Hello everyone, it's Tracy from Lotus Heart Crystals and Healing, and today I wanted to share with you the tools that you will need when you create a crystal grid. Excuse the halo above my head, it's early morning and we need a little bit of light coming in as it is raining. So the tools we need, I'll get started. We need a crystal grid template. I provide crystal grid templates which are painted by my own mom in watercolor, and then they are printed on some special paper and then they are laminated. So I sell them in my store individually or as starter kits. So because we are working on abundance this month, this is the abundance template. I also have other templates which one can use, such as the Mabon template, which is for celebrating autumn, and Attract Love grid here. So we'll be working with the abundance grid. Right, here we go. So what we need is, we need a generator. This is going to charge your grid. It is quartz crystal, just plain quartz crystal. Right, we need 4 quartz crystals, which are going to be your amplifiers. 4 just plain quartz crystals. Plain quartz crystals. We need a center crystal, actually, to be honest. This could be quartz or it could be any other color related to abundance. This is called the master crystal. Now, crystals associated with abundance are all the lower chakra crystals, so solar plexus crystals like citrine, carnelian, tiger's eye, also the root crystals, red jasper. You can also use magnetite as well, hematite. There's quite a few that you can use, any yellow crystals, any green crystals, any orange crystals, and also tiger's eye as well. So I'm just going to select my crystals from my little box here. We've got some already, and you're going to be working in denominations of 4, 8, 12, 16. So let's select some stones. I've got a lovely beryl here. I've got a lovely yellow jasper as well. You can also use smoky quartz. So I think we will use the master crystal. I've also got a lovely honey calcite, beautiful honey calcite. Some yellow stones. I think this is honey calcite as well. There's another red jasper. I've got carnelian, tiny pieces of carnelian. How you place them on your grid doesn't really matter. You can place them as I'll demonstrate on the grid now. I do have another grid. I do have how to create a crystal grid on my Lotus Heart Crystals and Healing YouTube channel. And there are 2 videos on how to create a crystal grid and how to maintain that crystal grid. Right, so we'll just use the crystals that we have now. And let's get just a couple of green crystals. Green crystals, aventurine, fluorite. Aventurine, green aventurine is the most popular. So I'm going to gather a few of those. So what we do is, right, we place, so we need a master crystal. So it could either be a quartz crystal or a bigger crystal. So actually, I'm going to use this little tiny phrenite and epidote, and I'm going to place that on in the middle of the grid, as you can see what I'm doing. And then in denominations of 4, 12, 16, this is how we're going to create the grid. So whilst you're actually creating the grid, you are putting your intention into the grid about creating abundance in your life for whatever reason. Okay, so we'll start with, we might start with, say, 4 aventurine crystals. So we can place it at the top. Try and find a point on the crystal that can go inwards, because it means that you are amplifying the crystals within the grid and your intention, because you're going to write your intention on a piece of paper and you're going to place this under the master crystal. So all those crystals are going to be amplifying that intention. So we're just placing it on the outside. Now we are going to get 8. Well, to be honest, this, we could actually add some little tiny ones on the flower. I do have a few tiny little carnelians. So we'll just place it on the flower, which is 4, then it'll go out 4, no, then it'll go out 8, sorry. So just try find some little ones, which are hiding around in there somewhere. Right here. Right, so carnelian on the orange flower, which matches quite well. Then on the outer one, we're going to do 4 aventurine crystals. And we can probably add a little bit of citrine as well. So there are 4 extra places for some citrine, some beryl, honey calcite, and yellow jasper. So that will go on the outside. So we have the master crystal in the center. We have 4 carnelian crystals on the outer. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crystals. And then if you want, you can add 12 or 16 crystals on the actual outer circle of the grid, but we're not going to do that. We are going to actually add in the quartz points, and the points have to face inwards. So 1 north, 1 south, so the point south, 1 west, and 1 east. And then we have a generator crystal here. The generator crystal, which is going to charge, and we're going to charge this crystal to make it work and amplify everything in. Okay, so then when you've done that and you've set out your crystal grid, sage your crystal grid, sage it of any negative energy, then write your intentions on a piece of paper. So for example, this is the piece of paper I've written my intentions. We're going to fold this piece of paper up, very small. Doesn't have to be small, and you are going to place it underneath the master crystal. So we'll just pretend that I've placed it under there because I think it's going to fall. It's going to just topple over. Then we are going to charge the grid, and obviously I give instructions in the next couple of videos on how to charge your grid, and also how to keep your grid activated. So I hope that this helps you today in creating your manifestation grid. Speak to you all later.